Two of the most important symbols within our early environment, two of the most important symbols within our family karma are clearly mother and father. And the third most important symbol is you, yourself. This triangle sets the fundamental structure for how you understand yourself and how you understand your relationship with life. It's your relationship with mother and father as karmic symbols that determine the pathway of your awakening. The father is a real person, whether they were present or absent in your life. The mother is a real person, whether she was present or absent in your life. The way either of them were present or absent creates a learning environment for you to begin to awaken to who you really are, to begin to tap into the energy and the memory track of father, to begin to tap into the energy and the memory track of mother, not just as ancestors, but also as doorways to what? Doorways to the fathering energy of life, doorways to the mothering energy of life. The father you know, the father I know, is what we call in this tradition the shadow father. It's not actually your father. There may be a real father. There was a real biological father out there, but that's not the father that you know, whether you've met them physically or not. The father you know is the father of your experience of that father. And if you have siblings, you are certainly aware that while there may be overlap in terms of your experience, there are also tremendous distinctions, because each soul is not experiencing the objective father out there, but rather the father's symbol within the specific structure of that shadow father, which as you illuminate it, frees your consciousness from the emotional entanglements from personal and cultural history and awakens you to the power of the fathering energy. On the other side, we have the mother. And there was a biological mother, for sure. There was a biological mother out there, whether you met her or met her not. How close you are, how distant you are. That relationship creates an emotional, psychological structure that constitutes your personal history with mother. But there's a deeper relationship with mother, which we could call the cultural or collective symbol of mother. How is mother understood in the ancestral and cultural environment that you were born into? But there's even a deeper level. Call it divine mother, call it sacred mother, call it archetypal mother. That deep symbol of mother. In order to reach that deep symbol of mother, which is the source of nurturance, of compassion, of healing energy, we have to walk our way through and untangle the personal and disidentify from and release, free and liberate, enlighten the patterns of personal and cultural history so that we can reconnect with that sacred mother energy and then breathe it into the cells of our body for healing. Breathe it into the petals of our mind for healing so that we can become a healing presence in life. There's fathering energy, there's mothering energy. But right now, our relationship with those profound, spiritual, cosmic, archetypal energies are entangled in patterns of cultural and personal history. The path of healing family karma begins by healing the personal history, healing the cultural history, and allowing you at a very deep, primal level to connect with that universal presence of fathering energy, the generative, creative, powerful, self-directing energy of existence. connect with the archetypal universal energy of mothering, healing, nurturing, caring, compassion, and ultimately to bring those together, to bring them together in the place that they have always been, in the heart of your own being, as a new consciousness, where you become the embodiment of those energies. And then you can re-enter your culture. Then you can re-enter your personal life. Now, with a new way of being. A way of being that is not defined by and limited by the emotional reactivity or psychological imbalances of personal and cultural history. Now you are the presence of those universal forces, the force of the divine or sacred father energy, the force of the divine or sacred mother energy. You become a healing force, a generative force. You become a compassionate force. You become a creative force that now can transform the relationships in the light of that wisdom. This pathway to those universal energies, to that generativity, to that compassion, to that creativity, to that healing. The pathway leads through the structure of your unique personal history. It leads through the dynamics of your cultural conditioning. As you untangle, as you decode, as you liberate each of those structures, that allows you to return to a place of pure presence, of pure being. And there's a fathering quality to that, a solar quality to that, that shines the light of creativity. And there's a mothering quality, a lunar quality that shines the light of healing and compassion. And both those lights are lights within your own consciousness. This is the path of healing family karma. It's a path that is deeply personal and that is profoundly interpersonal. It's a path that allows you to discover the truth, the beauty, the strength, and the gentleness of your own being, and then to bring that into your world so that you can become a greater force for good and a greater force for healing. The path of family karma is the path of awakening.